All right, we're back here on the convention floor.
This is Jimmy the Great.
USBC Bowl Expo, Bowling Proprietors Association of America. My sidekick, Jim Dressel. And with us, we have a very special guest. And we're going to go into some more detail, but I want to get his name out here because he's not only a famous innkeeper, we'll use that as a word, but he used to play professional football. Glenn Carano. Glenn, thanks for coming.
Thank you very much, Lenny, the Phantom, and Jimmy. Thank you very much for having me. And yes, I played for your favorite football team. Well, maybe not so. I played for the Dallas Cowboys, 1977 and 1983. I tell people I played back in the 1900s.
Jim, you've got all the hard questions. Go ahead.
Well, this isn't one of those types of interviews, but we'll give it our best. Anyway, you're one of the key integers of the Tribe Properties, and you are going to be very, very busy up until the year 2030 with bowling.
Well, there's no doubt. And for all those listening out there, the Tribe Properties is right here in Reno, Nevada. It's Circus, Silver Legacy, and El Dorado. And we've been part of bowling all the way back since 1978. We've been sponsoring this ABC, USBC, women's, men's tournaments. And you're right, we just inked a great contract with the USBC that's going to extend our current contract that goes through 2018. We now go all the way through 2030. And so we're doing some exciting things in Reno, and we want to be good for bowling. We want bowling to be great for Reno, and it has been. And so we just hired a bowling expert for us, a guy named Jimmy Sturm, who was with USBC and BPAA as presidents of both those organizations. And now he's on Tribe Properties, and we're doing exciting things going forward, and we're just loving every bit of it.
Jimmy was our first guest, by the way, in this series of interviews, so, you know, had a lot of nice things to say about you.
That's good, you know, and we're having a great week out here, and you guys are out in Reno, Nevada with Bowling Proprietors Association of America and the U.S. Women's Open. I tell you, it is going to be looking so good on ESPN, and that's going to be a great show. You know, that's got the Reno Arch, the biggest little city arch in the background. You realize that arch is famous. It's in all sorts of movies. It's in movies that date back with Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., Clint Eastwood's Pink Cadillac had that thing in there. I mean, this arch goes in a lot of movies, and now it's going to be on ESPN with the backdrop of the U.S. Women's Open. Outstanding.
It's what they call an icon.
It's an icon. You know what? That icon has got a lot more history than last year's Cowboy Stadium. You know, Cowboy Stadium's new. This thing has got history. You know, in August we have Hot August Nights underneath this thing. This thing's famous, absolutely famous. So tune in and watch the show. It's going to be a great show.
You know, Glenn, I've already want to have you on my regular Phantom radio show because you're so interesting, but I've just learned how involved and how much you have a passion for bowling. So tell us some of the tournaments you've got coming up after this week.
Well, you know, again, Jimmy Sturm came on board, and we've decided to kick it up a notch in Reno, Nevada with bowling tournaments. And so we've got, for our 10th year straight, we got our national mixed championships. But in the past, it's only been in September and October. We're actually have opened it all the way up and start. You can come in to start bowling starting in July and go all the way through October. So that's the national mixed championships. And then we have a Masters and Queens, and it goes on selected weekends in August, September, and again, you know, it's a great tournament. And then we have another pro tournament, the Silverado taking place at the last week in August. And so for all you big professional bowlers, you bowling types, hey, let's see what you got. Come out and get some of that Silverado money out here, because it's going to be happening, and we're going to have a pro-am too. So if you want to be participate in the pro-am, you could buy your way and participate and bowl with your favorite bowler side by side. It's going to be a lot of fun. So those are three tournaments. We have a military tournament coming here at in the month of October that is going to target about 80 some odd military bases throughout the country and world. And then we have a national high school and collegiate bowling tournament in November, and that's for everybody to come on out and see what these high school kids got, so that they can get scholarships going to college. So great opportunities to jump out here in Reno and have a lot of fun. It's a great time.
I have noticed that over the years, it's not just Reno bowling. but you just like bowling in particular, because I've seen you show up at different stops along the way on the Pro Tour, a lot of collegiate events, etc. You just like bowling. You're a fan.
Well, I am a fan. I like it. I love the sport, and I actually bowl a few times, and I'm working on it. I don't really have that nice little curve that these guys have. I kind of throw a hard slider, and as I do, I knock them down a little bit. And then the day I had a chance to shoot a 206 the other day, and then my last, people don't think this is an athletic sport. My last roll, I blew a quad. Here I'm a professional football player for all these years. I work out religiously almost every day, and I blew a quad on my last, and so can you imagine, my ball's going and I'm getting ready to release it, and my quad goes and I hit the 10 pin, man. I'm almost guttered it.
Wow.
Yeah, so
you're right. Bowling, you got to be an athlete to bowl.
Well, it's a certain shape. People don't think golfers have to be in shape, but really to go around and golf and walk that golf course and golf, your back has to be a certain shape. Your legs is this. Bowling's the same way. Hey, someone just hit a jackpot. What is all that noise? Someone hit a jackpot. Some legacy El Dorado Circus right here in Reno, Nevada.
Yeah, I noticed how you slipped that commercial in there, by the way.
Oh, yeah, and by the, so no, we got a lot of fun stuff out here, and we're having a great time with Bowling Proprietors Association of America. I think they're having a great time out here. They've had cocktail parties, and every night there's hosted parties by Ebonite, by PepsiCo, by Storm is out there throwing parties. Who else is out there? Brunswick. Brunswick's got parties out there. So Reno's been live and kicking for all these bowling proprietors, and all you listen back out there in the homeland, your proprietor's been working real hard out here.
Bowling proprietors are party animals. You got to understand that.
Well, they're making their drinking suppliers happy this week.
There you go.
Glenn, I got to tell you, for years I've lived in the Bay Area, and I'd make 4 or 5 trips up here a year, and I used to stay at another hotel, and then I found out about you guys when a friend of mine came to work for you. Her name is Linda Seidel.
Beautiful lady, Linda Seidel.
Yes,
Beautiful
she
lady,
is.
yes.
And I've been coming here ever since. And you have the best food in any restaurant, hotel, anywhere. And I've been around the world a few times. Congratulations.
Well, looking at you, you look like a pro eater. You look like you could. You look like a professional. But you're in good shape.
Away.
You're the Phantom. You're in good shape, baby. No, we in the Tri Properties Circus Civil Legacy El Dorado, we have 28 different dining, beverage, and entertainment venues. So, and you don't even have to go outside. It's contains 6 city blocks in downtown Reno, and then right across the street is the National Bowling Stadium, and then right across the street from there we have Don Henley playing tomorrow night, Thursday night. So, it's happening. It's live. It's kicking in Reno, Nevada.
By the way, I understand one of your relatives is a movie star of some note. I went to see a movie the other day. It looked a lot like the Carano family,
Oh, yeah, that's a ticket. That's my daughter. That's not, it's amazing.
Oh, okay.
That's Gina, yeah. Gina Carano. Gina, my daughter, she opened up a movie this year called Haywire. It came out in January, and she had a phenomenal surrounding cast with Michael Douglas, Ewan McGregor, Channing Tatum, Bill Paxton, Michael Fassbender, and the movie was a movie where Gina was very similar to the movie Salt, and with Angelina Jolie, Gina was Mallory Kane, and Mallory Kane was out as an agent, and she filmed in Ireland, and she filmed in Barcelona. A tough place to film, by the way.
By the way, I understand she did most of her own stunts. She's a mixed martial artist.
Gina was at one time probably the most popular female mixed martial arts in the world, and she had some great fights. I hated seeing her in the ring. Just terrible seeing my little baby girl in the ring fighting, but. Yeah, and she was also on the American Gladiators as Crush, if you remember her on that. So she got some great celebrity. She was the first, fought for the first championship on Showtime on cable TV. She fought the first time on network TV with, I think it was CBS or ABC, as a female MMA. So she has a lot of firsts, and now, what she's doing now? She's headed to Europe, and she's going to be filming in Fast and Furious 6.
Oh, okay.
So that's a big deal.
By the way, she was pretty good in that movie, and the movie was pretty good.
Thank you. I thought, as a critic's point of view, she did 99% of her stunts. The one stunt she didn't do, if you remember the film, is she did not fall off the roof and onto another roof down below. She wanted to do that, but the insurance company said, no, you don't get to do that. She did everything else. And the thing about Gina in the movie, and I think Steven Soderbergh tried to do, is he wanted to see someone who could actually do the real life stuff. And so when you see Gina do that, ladies and gentlemen, she could actually do what she's delivering in the movie.
By the way, I understand that your insurance agent didn't want you to do this show, so...
Well, it's a tough show right there, tough crowd.
He went to Lloyd's in London and got a special policy.
It is a tough
Glenn,
crowd right there.
We're just about out of time, but you mentioned several of the sponsors that you'd like to talk about, and I'm going to throw a little note in here about sponsors. You guys were involved in helping sponsor Phantom Radio, so I want to thank you for that, and we're going to give you the stage for the last minute or so. Say whatever you want, partner.
Well, hey, first of all, thank you very much, Phantom, for thanking us, the Civil ACL Draw and Circus. And ladies and gentlemen, Reno, Nevada, we love bowling. We've been part of bowling for a lot of years. And again, this new contract we just inked with USBC till 2030 is going to be great. And we're looking to do a lot more great things. It's alive. Today we had astronaut Mark Kelly speaking to the group today. We've had nothing but great things out here in Reno, Nevada. It's a great place for a convention to come. BPA is a great convention, perfect size for Reno and downtown. And they're having a blast. God bless everybody, and let's just keep it rolling, baby.
All right, one last thing.
Cowboys.
I mentioned it earlier that that you were a great guest in the whole 9 yards, but we need to let our people out there, our millions of listeners around the world, know what your website is so they can go check it out.
I appreciate that. In our bowling tournaments coming up, please go to gobowlreno.com. GoBowlReno.com. It's live. It's there. All of our tournaments are there, and we'll have much, much more going there. So GoBowlReno.com. GoBowlReno.com. Appreciate it very much.
Thanks, Glenn. I'm going to have you on my show for some half-hour segments, and you're very interesting, and we got a lot to talk about.
Well, let's keep it going, baby. Thank you very much, Jimmy. Thanks, Phantom. Thanks.
Thank you.